Outlaw. This album is the first album that we've put out together as a married couple. This album, you played all the drum parts, a lot of guitar, a lot of piano. You sang on 9 songs, which is very new for you.
If anyone knows me, you know that was a big thing. I'm extremely proud with it.
Yes,
at minimum, the writing of this song.
Oh yes, wrote so many songs, and every song is so unique and so important to us. So emotional in many different ways. It was hard to cut any song, and so we didn't.
A straight shooter, target on my back, but it's my
Straight shooter.
A lot of the writing for this song was me just coming up with phrases and lines and just going to you and asking if it was too much for the song.
Too offensive.
This one was very fun to write for me just because I'm a very angry person. This was fun to get out.
'Cause I'm a straight shooter.
All the guitar parts is your dad playing. He played guitar on this, and then you sang on this. Your sister sang on this.
Yep.
My dad played bass. The album opener is the first single. It's a very just upbeat, energetic song to kind of kick things off for our combined musical endeavors.
Yes, there we go.
All you need is
God, Guns, and Whiskey. This was the first song we wrote for the album.
Yep.
I remember sitting down for this song in our small, tiny, way too expensive Nashville apartment.
Yeah, but I think we ended up going out and getting some fast food, just like with Chick-fil-A. Oh, and then it just became a big writing session, and we finished the entire song in a night.
Just a heartfelt story of, a grandfather and the grandfather telling his grandson what he needs in life to be a good man, to be a good husband, and that is God, guns, protect yourself, protect your family, and a little bit of whiskey sometimes to just
take the edge off.
Take the edge off. Just playing 3 chords and
3 chords and the truth, baby.
So Long, Tennessee.
I actually love the writing story behind this song because we literally had the whole entire album written. And then we were like a week out of moving from Nashville, coming home. His parents were either in Nashville or they were driving to us to help us move out. And I was like, hey, I have this song idea and I don't really have anything to it. I just have the line, So Long, Tennessee. It's like a breakup song.
Yes.
Tennessee and Nashville, essentially, because it was what we wanted for so long. And then, of course, we eventually learned that we are not cut out for the city life, and we are some simple lifers.
And just lines like the lasting impression, like a tattoo on my skin. I won't forget the boy that you changed to a man. Both went there when we were 18 and now coming back at 23. And this being track number 4 was a very cool Easter egg that your dad said. My first album on Midtown, Tennessee, was track number 4. I wrote that when I was like 15, 16, about going to Tennessee and making a living in music. And so we kind of wrote the song also and put it as track number 4 as kind of an Easter egg. Love Her Like I Do. This was the second song we wrote for the album. This song is about an old friend that really took a big fat knife, stabbed it in both of our backs, mainly yours. This song is mainly from my perspective, basically saying, you can try to be friends as much as you want, but you'll never love her, meaning you, like I do. And she consistently, only did things when they benefited her.
Definitely take a look at the lyrics because we also poured our heart out in this song.
Recording wise, this one was also pretty fun. We added some sound effects, which we hadn't really done. We kind of conflated the whole story to being like a fire, burning bridges of friendships. And so the song starts with a match. The sirens at the end basically saying that the friendship is burned down, it's over. And it was funny getting Sarah to do the vocals of, it's like, we just need you to sing these words very falsetto and like a,
kind of like those like doll videos.
Yes, but this song is just really a punch in the face, and the sound effects and everything, and it's very outlaw country-ish, very like very kind of murder country song, insinuating that the friendship is murdered, burned down.
But at what cost?
This song, everyone should relate to this song. This is the song that should have never had to have been written. We wrote this song one night. We had work the next day. We stayed up till 3-4 a.m. finishing the song.
We had just lived through a pandemic as a country.
And that's what we talk about in the song. The song is talking about an entire family. The first verse, you talk about the father losing his job.
Yep.
You talk about the boy having to go to school and
not seeing a face. Yeah.
Children that first started first grade, kindergarten, they spent 3 years not seeing anybody's facial expressions, anything. You talk about
his grandfather passing away alone. And it's really one of those songs that you have to listen to the words to really get it. And, we do know that a lot of people were affected by the sickness itself, but we also have to look at how the society was affected because of what we tried to do to prevent it.
The line in Outlaw, the cure can't be worse than the problem itself, and basically shut down people's lives for something that wasn't nearly as bad as what the repercussions were. It's just heart-wrenching what we all had to go through and what we all lived through, and so I know that this song it's just very emotional for us, and we weren't even that affected by COVID. We took some real-life examples of things that actually happened, but even the things that we did kind of make these were things that happened to millions of people.
Yeah, I mean there are whole movements of people trying to work on getting patients to have more rights in hospitals because they just weren't allowed to see their family, even if they didn't even have COVID, but just because of COVID they weren't allowing visitors at the time.
It just wasn't worth shutting everything down. Recording this song was really fun. Also, despite how depressing the song is.
It is really depressing.
It was fun. We had everybody playing on this song. Sarah and Mallory sang.
Yep.
Mallory's in the last verse, and that was kind of a producer's.
She's in high school. She was pretty affected by COVID, and so we really wanted to have that young high schooler voice, especially on that last verse, especially since it's from the high schooler's perspective.
With your dad, we did the harmony solo on that. Very, very cool, fun recording things, but it just cuts deep.
Yep.
I'm glad I was doing it by myself. I was doing vocal tracks by myself. After the whole song, and the last verse is the first time I've ever cried while recording.
I didn't know that.
I
was not there for this part.
I bust into tears, and I had to do like 80 takes on that last verse.
Yep. It's a rough one.
Just at the heart-wrenching reality of what a lot of people have to live through. Sacrifice so much for something so little.
Exactly.
But the cure can't be worse than the problem. Does that make me an outlaw?
Title track of the album. Outlaw, we knew pretty much instantly when we wrote this song was going to encompass the entire vibe of the album. We knew almost immediately this was going to be the title track. This was going to be the title of the album. We finished writing this song on the trip to Florida for our honeymoon. The writing just couldn't stop.
It really, really couldn't.
Granted, I guess a 10-hour drive, you gotta do something. This song was very fun to write, also just because of some of the things that we put in it are just no-brainer things of like, this is stupid.
Well, that was the whole idea we wanted for the song. Yeah. Was naming all these things that seem to be common sense thoughts, but in today's society, it makes you the outcast or the outlaw.
The first line is, call me crazy, but I miss the old days.
Yep.
And then you state all these things that have just drastically changed in society.
You can change your name and you can change your looks, as long as it aligns with a science book.
And then the chorus is, I guess that makes me an outlaw.
Yep.
For believing in right and wrong.
More than a country song.
This was one of the ones that we wrote kind of late as well. We didn't really have any ideas for this, and lyrically I just thought, I was listening to a lot of country music to try to get inspired, because that's not really been a genre that's been in my wheelhouse. And I came to the realization there's a lot of love songs in country music, a lot of great love songs. But I got to thinking, for this song, there's only, you can't put into words what you actually feel, how you actually feel about that special person in your life. So listening to all these country love songs and stuff, I was like, well, that's kind of a cool saying in itself of, I love you more than a country song. I love you more than any song could ever express.
I think the cool part that I think the cool part about the song, at least, is with the idea of us, kind of using other country music as the inspiration for this song. We used a lot of titles from, a lot of famous country songs, like you'll hear Your Man, Strawberry Wine, Die a Happy Man, Speechless, and, If Tomorrow Never Comes, the list goes on. And we use that to kind of make the phrases in the chorus. So listen to that and really think about it and try to see how many you can pick out, because there are more than that.
Oh, there's quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
Honey, pack your bags, we're going home.
Simple Life. This is the most beautiful song I think that we've written. I came up with the intro guitar part out here.
Oh yeah.
A lot of stuff was created here for the album. It's just so beautiful, and talking about our simple life, what we strive for so much. When we were in Nashville, the fool's gold line, the city's paradigm being using you and then moving along. If you don't have anything to offer people, you're dropped.
Well, because it's all about who you know.
And we just like making music with as many people as possible. Like I said, the whole family is on this album. And this song is about family. Living in a small town and just starting our new life, moving back home, and still pursuing music and whatever this entails.
It's time to be moving on. The names up in the lights are dim tonight, and I'm okay with the simple life.
So must go on.
Concept was kind of playing off of the Lover Like I Do whole scenario of this person that's two-faced, and that whole thing of two-faced really made me think of like actresses and like theater and things like that, like putting your face on, putting on a show, and that's we kind of wanted to allude to a lot of theater type themes.
Lyrically, the entire thing is basically talking about like an actress, because we mentioned the name on the door, like a dressing room. Recording this was probably the funnest I've had. There are like at least 18 to 20 different string tracks and stuff. And if you listen to the song, the whole first like minute is all like a string section, because we wanted to go with the theater kind of vibe. I kind of felt like a professional musician, like a composer writing something for like a score or something.
It was a big experiment, this whole song.
Oh
honestly.
yeah.
Because even with your sister's vocals, that was just that was an experiment in itself as well.
And she did some crazy stuff on this. It sounds killer though. It sounds very good.
It was literally like pulling teeth. She does some ad-lib stuff in the last chorus, and we were just like, just do some runs, and she was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I just don't know what freaking note I'm supposed to hit.
Turned out great.
It really did.
All the just the pulling teeth and stuff. It was worth it. So in the South, this one, I wanted a super kind of country song, like banjos, mandolins, and then anybody who knows my dad, when he's on bass, he loves a good country bass line. So I wrote this song for him,
It's literally specifically, we sat down to write and we were like, okay, we've got to have one country song that your dad can do the country bass line for. So that's literally the entire reason that In the South is on the album today.
Having that kind of bass line, it had to be a fun, kind of upbeat song. So it just made sense for the song to be the closer.
And this is one that, since with it being the closer, we really wanted it to be big, and so it does really have that big family, kind of thing surrounding it. And this is the one where you will hear our grandparents and our moms and our dads and our sisters all clapping towards the end. There's a little applause moment, and they are all clapping and hooting and hollering and having a good time. You'll hear my sister say some things, your sister say some things. Our dog even has a little bit to say in this song as well. So yeah, that was really fun too, actually getting all of our grandparents in one place to record their claps. Yeah. We learned a lot about their rhythm, but but it was still a good experience. It was super fun. And I think that was just a perfect way to end the album.
Everybody was on, everybody played. Your dad actually played the first guitar solo in it, which is another time there's been a song that someone else had a solo in it that wasn't me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that first solo is your dad, and then the instrumental section at the end is me.
It's a very, very fun ending to a song.
Well. And actually the ending to that was not meant to be like that. We were going to do like a fade out or something, but I screwed up, and it's actually kind of sounds so bad. It's actually kind of comical, and so we kept it.
He's like, I've got to make an appearance. I feature on this song. He's so dirty.
He's very dirty. I really hope everybody likes it and appreciates the thousands of hours that we spent on this, between writing and recording, mixing, mastering, promoting it, everything. It was a year-long process for this entire album, and I really hope everybody likes it, appreciates it, shares it. Please just help us to get it out there, and really hope that the songs hit home with everybody that listens.
That's the beauty of living